Tonight on Radical Subcultures, we will be diving into the lifestyles of the Amish, the Appalachia, and the Roma Gypsies, in hopes of creating a better understanding and respect of these existing subcultures in our modern society.
Here in the Amish community in Intercourse, Pennsylvania, one of the largest in the country, we visit a traditional Amish household. As the family conducts their daily work, the children learn the trades their parents and ancestors have practiced for many previous generations. Most boys receive an 8th grade education and then go on to work with their fathers in the furniture shop. They make tables, desks, and chests. Homemade furniture is a well-known practice in the Amish community. Young women often complete daily household tasks. They do laundry, fold clothing, and sew their own clothing. They also cook and clean. They learn these trades to provide for their own family someday.
Don't forget, my dear children, the service today will be 3 hours, and after you must attend youth group.
That's right, son. Maybe you'll find yourself a lovely gal tonight.
Then you can invite to drive her home in your buggy, Abram.
I know. I mustn't worry about that now. This morning will be spent in the church for God, and when dusk rolls around, I will do it.
Every Sunday night after a day of praying and church services, all the children attend youth group. As a young Amish boy, my son must find a gal he enjoys and can offer a ride home in the buggy. I hope he finds someone. He could even write her a letter after he really likes.
As Miriam prepares to depart for Rumspringa, which means running around, she must make a choice before she returns. Miriam will get the opportunity to leave the Amish community for one night and explore the real world. After her experience, she can either return to the Amish community or leave and live on her own. If she were to permanently leave, she would be shunned from her family forever. The Amish families today truly value their close-knit group and separation from the outside world. By the minimal clothing in the city. In our community, our clothes represent obedience. We do not try to be more attractive than one another because we're a close-knit group. We favor everyone rather than just ourselves.
The people often referred to as rednecks, hillbillies, or hicks reside in the Appalachian Mountains. Their lifestyles are very extreme compared to those living in today's modern society. Areas in central Appalachia have 3 times the poverty rate, an epidemic of prescription drug use, the shortest lifespan in the nation, toothlessness, cancer, and chronic depression. The majority of Appalachian people came from England, Scotland, and Germany and settled in the mountains due to the overpopulation in coastal regions. We took time to travel to the areas in which the Appalachia lived to learn more about their everyday life.
This here is my dog Bill, and this is my truck.
Welcome to our life.
I'm Bobby Joe, and this here is my papa, Billy Bob.
We've been struggling since we were born. Every day's a struggle to survive.
Sometimes we run out of food. When we run out last time, all we had in the fridge was butter and ranch. Mama gone, she been gone since I was 3, in and out of jail for drug using.
I ain't been to a dentist in my whole life. We ain't got no money for that. My baby girl is having lots of teeth problems. I want to help her, but we just ain't got the resources. I'll just see my little angel in pain. My holiness.
Hello, I am Dr. Hugh Coleman. 1 in 10 people living in Appalachia do not have natural teeth. Mountain Dew is a very common drink of choice. People say that poverty has drove them to buy Mountain Dew. Children are introduced to this sugary drink as babies. Some parents put them in their bottles in place of milk and water. Other children are often seen carrying large bottles of Mountain Dew at school. Dr. Moore Martin says, people are addicted to Mountain Dew, a terrible reality for people in the area. Sean, a high school football superstar, sleeps in his truck to avoid the lifestyles of his family. He wakes up and sometimes showers at his friend's house. He often takes naps in the air mattress in the boys' locker room.
Hi, my name's Sean. I want to get out. I want to live like all my friends at school. My girlfriend's papa won't even let me out near the house. I just want to be a normal kid. But I'm hopeful. Hope is the only thing that keeps some people in the Appalachian Mountains alive.
Modern-day Gypsies, or Roma, reside mainly in the UK and live a nomadic lifestyle. They are thought to have left the Indian subcontinent in the 13th century to avoid enslavement. Gypsies now live at the edge of society. They have no settled home, but instead they live in traveling caravans. There is some controversy about the Gypsy lifestyle because many are believed to be criminals, antisocial, and avoid tax paying. Today, the Gypsy subculture is expressed as highly extravagant and unique. They have very elaborate festivities revolving around the celebration of weddings, baptisms, first communions, and confirmations. Many Roma Gypsies follow Roman Catholicism very strictly, and these values are a basis of their lifestyle. In the modern world, there are currently 300,000 nomadic Gypsies in the UK. Let us now submerge you into their daily lifestyle. Travelers' wages just really vary throughout the community. Their occupations consist of dog breeding, horse trading, scrap metal recycling, sometimes wage labor or self-employment. Since many Gypsies are uneducated, it's really hard for them to find a high-paying job. They're really just doing all they can every night to provide a hot shower for their children.
I'm currently 16 years old and my new husband is 18. The first time we met due to grabbing at my cousin's wedding. Grabbing is accepted in our culture, and it is when a boy grabs a girl he wants to kiss. Since I am a girl, I am not allowed to approach a boy I am interested in. That is his duty.
I decided I wanted to take Esmeralda on a date. Of course, since we were unmarried, we were not allowed to go on dates alone. Often it was her mother who joined us.
In our society, it is required that unmarried young men and women must not socialize on their own. It is a priority to keep females chastity, as the Bible states, and our daughters are prohibited from having sex before marriage. Their husband expects his bride to be a virgin. If my daughter was to have sex before marriage, our community would see her as dirty.
The extravagantness that the public is exposed to due to television shows or specials of Gypsies is accurate, but however, it's not the way all Gypsies live their life today. Their lifestyle is often played up on television. However, a fraction of Gypsies do carry out the extravagant and over-the-top celebrations the way television shows depict them.
I personally have never attended school. Out of my 10 brothers and sisters, only my 3 oldest siblings have gone. Out of them, they all hated school. They would get bullied for what they wore and would be excluded socially. Education is not a priority for us in the Gypsy society. We want to be more skilled in other things. Women need to learn how to cook and clean for the family, and boys need to learn how to do other tasks to hold up their home for when they get married. My mom didn't send me to school because she feared that I would mix with other boys who weren't travelers. It's important to them that I marry another traveler.
Wedding guests, as well as other guests to a formal celebration in the Gypsy culture, involve girls wearing very promiscuous clothing. However, their morals are not reflected by this. This is a simple way for girls to attract men to get them to approach them because they can't do it themselves. Their slutty attire is only for that purpose. Gypsy women are not even allowed to engage in sexual activity out of wedlock. Gypsy lifestyle is a unique and very private culture around our world today. Many Gypsies are not willing to speak about their way of life to others or portray it in any way. That is what makes learning about the Roma's lifestyle so difficult, but yet so intriguing to any audience today.